With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Seattle.
Let's go, baby. Second out. Line 40. 45. Too little, Cupcake.
On first down, Dickerson. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a give right side. Dickerson. He'll have a first down past the 40. The 40. 20. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. 75 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one taken just inside the 10. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Mike, 58, right there.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Murray going to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Check, 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 check.
Murray now on first down. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
58 to Mike. So we got man. Check.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that run.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Throwing on first down is Murray. Flush to his right. There goes a deep, and that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Mecole Hardman, 32 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Tucker with the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Mexico, Mexico. Check.
They'll run on first down. Dickerson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Mexico, Mexico. Slam, slam, slam. Gone right. 36. On. 12.
Luck on first down. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Throwing again on second down. Luck. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Mean Joe Green. Just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. 3rd and long. It's Luck. Going up top. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Cooper was the target there. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
65, 65, 65.
On 2nd and 1, Murray. Open man is Andre Reed, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
They're running it.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play it.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. From 3 yards out. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Tucker now to add the point after. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
Here we go.
That goes for a gain of 31.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Check three. 11. John Wright. Hurry.
Now a first down throw. Luck. Escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame it on Gino. Smells like the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. Fettuccine with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by themselves.
That's why you treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just enough.
I just ran a checkup on myself.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays,
up this magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, tried to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possession.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Mecole Hardman. 45 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
Take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here we go. Check. 45's the mic.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Alert flag.
First carry for the Hall of Famer Emmitt Smith. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
Check.
On second down now, it's Smith. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Fine. Now Vick stripped. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Taysom Hill there to make the grab. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. CD, look at this clock and scoreboard. We're less than a minute into this game, and they've already made 2 trips to the end zone.
So that means that someone's confidence is absolutely soaring right now. There's almost no slowing them down. On the flip side, now you've got to get together. You've got to talk to each other. Make sure you stay tight, stay focused as a team. Yeah, it's a quick blitz, but you can get back in this game if you don't let it get away.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Tries for Rice, intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Mecole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
The Chiefs take over first
Let's go.
and 10
Let's go. Let's go.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Vick readies to throw. Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
87 to me. 87.
Throwing on 2nd down. Vick. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. A gain there of 21 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does. And the best.
Now Vick stripped. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or move.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Randy Moss, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
I'ma shine out, working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like 4th down, Hail Mary, no punch, like every time I touch down, I gotta stun it. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Let's go one more.
A first carry for the legend, it's Bo Jackson. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stopped short of the 30. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And right away, he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Raider, Willie Brown. Intended that time for Cooper. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well. And they may have run into him after the kick went away. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And this carry now is productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
45.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. That's complete to his running back, Peyton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. That's complete to Bo Jackson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Coming to you.
Mahomes now to throw. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. From 4 yards out, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Murray again, 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
They run. It's Kamara. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
The one thing I have learned about this league, more and more, you've got to take some chances. You know, if you play everything conservatively and play everything exactly like, okay, I know what to do in each situation, I don't think you're going to get very far. I love the call there, going for it, even on his own side of the field.
Yeah, and even though you're on your own side of the field, they were creeping towards midfield, so not as crazy as if they were back at their own 20.
Showed a little faith in the defense too, right?
Yep.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
Let's go, baby.
A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down.
But that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And it's caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Alvin Kamara. He scored. On the ground and through the air. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And that'll set them back 5. Tucker now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Niners 14, Dolphins 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
At their own
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. They run on first down with Jackson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second and 12, Mahomes. He'll hit Jackson complete. And he's got room. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. 65 yards as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, CD, with the end of the season comes the announcement of the All-Pro team, and everybody was like, wait a second, Christian McCaffrey's listed twice. Is that a mistake? No, he got it both at running back and flex. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive, because I think a lot of people thought that if you have a running back and a flex position, that maybe Christian McCaffrey would go into the flex because he catches the ball so well, and he would go ahead and elevate the big guy out of Tennessee, Derrick Henry, to the All-Pro running back. Henry ends up being a second-team guy, but McCaffrey deserves being first-team running back as well as first-team flex. He had a tremendous, spectacular year.
And as you might imagine, Baltimore leads the way. 5 players named to the All-Pro selection. Of course, leading the way for them, the quarterback, Lamar Jackson.
Yes, and rightly so, and I fully expect him to be named the MVP when we get to NFL honors right before the Super Bowl. He's going to sweep all of those, and he deserves it. Carried that team throughout the season and got better in their bigger games.
A gain of 3, second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Reggie White, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And now because of the sack, it's third and goal from the 14. Eluding the pressure right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Clemson Tiger, Vic Beasley, reaches home that time. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Vinatieri's kick is good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the line.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. This will be caught by Randy Moss.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Flush to his right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. That's caught by Jackson. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They come out here in the eye.
Coming this way. Here we go.
They'll run with a fullback line. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Let's get it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Willie Brown. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Cooper was the intended target. After the turnover, here's Murray. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Hill, the intended receiver once again. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Got a man, it's Randy Moss. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 18 yards, 1st down Niners. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Murray now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. They run again with Jackson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. On 2nd down, it's Jackson. Past the 12, and now off to the races, down the right side, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Dolphins take advantage of the turnover and put up 6. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Murray now on 1st down. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play there for the Niners. 46 yards. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the illegal forward pass also cost him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. On 2nd down, here's Murray. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a pickup of 7, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Murray. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he's in for the 49ers score. right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big two-point conversion here? From the gun, Murray. And they're going to get the two. It's caught. And the lead is cut to 2 here in the fourth. So we'll see the onside kick here right out of the 2-minute warning. Oh, I think the Niners got it back. Yes. San Fran recovers. A field goal will do it for them. They got the onside kick that they needed here. We'll see if they can do the rest.
Some teams are just not comfortable waiting to see what happens. Some teams like to force the action. That's exactly what we saw with this onside kick.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
50's the mic. 50's the mic.
It'll be a long day for you. Go, Mike.
Now Murray. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
I got you, boy.
They'll run again with Jackson. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. 35 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Murray to throw. Now a desperation throw. Deep down. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. And an alley to run. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now a give, right side. It's Jackson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. It's caught. Cooper. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34.
It's a gain of 20. And the Dolphins first down.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was air and game. The victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brent.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Nino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame that on Gino. Smells like the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. Nails in a 5-star hotel, and I wish he well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by they self.
That's why you treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that G